What's it like living in a pedestrian underpass? Like, how would you describe it to somebody?
Scum of the earth. Technically, anytime you're more than 6 feet underground, for me, I'm considered dead. Seriously. If there's supposed to be dirt right here, and I'm like underneath the normal level of wherever anybody walks, it's kind of like everything can continue on without me being involved.
Well, we're
I
about...
almost feel like it's a time travel situation, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we're about 9 feet underground right now. 9 or 10.
Yeah, for sure. It probably also has something to do with where the water is located, like the moving water, not necessarily stagnant water, but a water that has a current or has a destination.
Yeah.
So I could just like kind of sweep them up together.
So you're kind of moving back into the underpass.
No, I'm just going through my stuff that I had with me, so I can put it all in like one bag pretty much and throw away the rest of the stuff that's...
Well, are you staying back down here?
I slept down here last night.
The other underpass you were at was much more lit, but they've sealed it off.
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on with that. It's kind of annoying, actually.
Are you planning on hunkering down in this tunnel this winter?
I'm not sure what I'm planning on doing. I'm almost like to the point where I can't schedule anything without somebody like taking advantage of that and like fucking me off somehow. So I almost like not only can't really schedule anything, but I'm forced to not like think about anything that's happening in the future. Like something can read my mind or some shit is happening. Yeah, other than that, I'm doing fine, I guess.
Would you go into a shelter this winter?
No.
No? Okay.
I'm not trying to be around too many people.
I know you're not really in a shelter. It's just worried about you staying in the underpass this winter. It gets cold, brother. So I was just kind of wondering if there's something about being in an underpass is more comforting to you than, say, traditional housing. You know, like, say, an apartment, a tiny home, a shelter.
For a while, this was like the only place that accepted me for what I was. You know what I'm saying? Like, a place that I could just run to when nobody wanted me around, or like when everybody had a problem with me. Not everyone, but I feel like a certain person sometimes absorbs the heat that everybody else puts out, like their opinion about somebody, like, you know, eventually like narrows down to a couple people or a group, and what their mindset is determines like my parameters and what I'm able to do and shit like that.
Well,
but these locations are pretty much where I've been able to actually like kind of hunker down and be like, okay, I'm gonna get sober and then not get sober.
well, you've mentioned this to me several times the last 2 years, is you come down here because you feel like you're a burden. But I promise you're like one of the nicest guys I've ever met. And as you know, family have reached out to us, and you've seen some of the videos they sent to me to show you. So you're not a burden whatsoever. You're actually very well loved, very, very well liked, and very well missed. I want you to remember that, okay? You are not a burden whatsoever. You're a good guy.
I guess I'm good for like convenience for just like certain amounts of time, and then people get tired of me being around because obviously I'm like a mooch and shit like that. It is what it is, I guess.
I'm I'm sure you missed the other underpass before they sealed it because it's much nicer, much more lit.
For sure. I do actually, but then again, I wish that there was places like that I could, like exclude people from, kind of like having your own house kind of thing, like, so I could not necessarily not be around people, but like maintain my own like filth and stuff like that. I can't necessarily regulate an area if there's other people able to be introduced to that environment, you know what I'm saying? So like anytime anybody is to be like, well, is he a clean person? Is he keeping up after himself, picking up after himself?
One thing I never asked, and then I'll get out of your hair, help me understand why you choose to live in an underpass.
I'm not necessarily choosing to live here, but it's convenient for everybody else, I think. You know, we walk around like indirectly causing problems somehow, or like being an eyesore.
So you're just trying to avoid people because you don't want to be an eyesore.
Not necessarily like that.
Well, good luck down here. And again, if you ever change your mind and want to get indoors, you know, talk to me, talk to any of your friends, or walk into one of the social service agencies, and I think they can help you.
For sure.
All right, brother.
Thank you.
And do me a favor, don't freeze to death out here.
If anything, I'll just find some abandoned place or some place where people don't frequently like have anything to do with like what would the word be? Occupying any certain space. I'll probably just like find my way into there and build some kind of a room for myself. Just try to keep away from people. I know that people do a lot of fucked up stuff when it's cold outside just to get indoors,
So that was Michael. I've known him about 2.5 years. He's been living in this pedestrian underpass and another one basically the entire time, although I have not seen him for a few months. He finds comfort in being underground. This is about 10 feet underground or so. I've asked him multiple times about traditional housing, tiny homes, shelters. He has always said no. The reason he gives always is that he feels like he's a burden and he needs to hide away in a place like this, which is sad because all his friends out here absolutely adore him. His family and schoolmates have reached out to me, sent us videos to show him, to convince him, you're not a burden, we love you, please come home. But there's a lot of mental health issues. He oftentimes cites that he feels worthless, and this is why he hides out, because he doesn't want to be seen. He doesn't want to be seen as scum or an eyesore, as he calls it, to the public, which is just really sad. So, good chance he'll be out here this winter. Hopefully he won't freeze to death. He nearly did last year. I'm gonna keep checking on him. His name is Michael. I think he's a really special kid. Always been so nice and just very well loved by his family. And this is just what makes it even more tragic.